Hi everybody, it's Emily, EmilyLynnFisher.com. So when you first start doing something for the first time, like start a business, make a web page for the first time, do any type of sport, say running or anything really, design a garden, anything, you're not going to do it perfectly the first time you do it. And in fact, it might take months or years before you become good at something. So when I look back now on gardens that I designed 12 years ago, I'm like, oh my god, did I do that? Because I've come so far and learned so much in the last 12 years of being in the landscape horticulture industry, that I've grown so much. And I mean, at the time I was like, man, that garden's so good looking, and now I'm like, oh my god, what was I thinking? So same as my web page, like I've never made a web page before really. So EmilyLynnFisher.com and my gardenofwhedon.ca are the first two web pages I've ever made, and I'm really proud of both of them, but I know that they're not like the prettiest things in the whole world, but it's like my first go around at making a web page. So obviously, where I didn't know anything, it's not gonna be perfect. But if it's something that I stick with to continually design my web page, I'm gonna get better at it. So my point is, if you start something new for the first time, you're not automatically going to be good at it. So I think this is where a lot of people give up, is say, like, they'll stick with something and they'll stick with it for 3, 6 months, a year, maybe 1 to 3 years, but they're still like not an expert on it. Well, it takes up to 10 years to become an expert at something, depending on what it is, and depending on how many hours you spend on the particular thing. So I guess it takes typically up to 10,000 hours to become an expert on something. So that's not going to happen in 1 to 3 years. So if you want to become an expert and really, really, really good at something, you have to stick with it. You have to persevere and continually stick with that one thing. You can't be bouncing around like all over the place all the time thinking, oh, I'm not good at this yet, so I'm gonna go do this and then do this, because then you're gonna be, what's that saying? Jack of all trades, master of none? Yes, it is good to be good at a lot of different things in a lot of different areas, but you'll never become an expert or master in one area if you don't stick with it. So that's my tip, EmilyLynnFisher.com. Alright, talk to you tomorrow.